Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we finally got back to more normal gameplay for Sam & Max, where we can walk around, talk to people, interact with objects, and solve puzzles. How exciting! Also, we found Max's brain. It is currently being used to summon all the toys of power into the Devil's Toy Box, which is probably a bad thing. To make things worse, we still got Max's body over here, and this guy over here named Sal is threatening to throw Max's body into the incinerator if we don't do something about Max's body soon, because Max's body is not moving, therefore it is garbage. So we probably need to try to figure out how to get his brain back. Oh yeah, we also got this hourglass. What does it do?
To witness the final stage of the coming apocalypse, turn the hourglass. Okay. Whoa, I did not see that coming.
Yeah, that would do it. You just know we're actually going to be meeting that thing in person.
Sal!
Keep it down, will ya? This is a museum, not a locker room.
Would you mind not throwing my little buddy into the museum's incinerator?
What can I do, Sam? If Mr. P finds another corpse strewn about all willy-nilly on the exhibit floor, he's gonna kick my thorax right to the unemployment office. Say your friend's still alive? You better get him moving.
Another corpse?
Would you mind not throwing my little buddy into the museum's incinerator?
What can I do, Sam? If Mr. P finds another... Say your friend's still alive?
But he hasn't got a brain.
Well, maybe you should find him a new one. Sheesh, some detective you are.
So that message was mostly repeating. I wonder if we can find him another brain. You think the real Max would get jealous if we found another brain to put in his body? Kinda think of it, whatever happened to Gordon? Did he die? I think he died.
Sal, why is that name so familiar? Wait a minute. Stinky's used to have a fry cook named Sal.
Yep, that'd be me.
A 6-foot-tall cockroach working at Stinky's? That's shocking. No, wait. What's that thing that's the complete opposite of shocking?
Okay, we finally met Sal, and of course, the cook at Stinky's was a giant cockroach.
So why did Grandpa Stinky fire you? I mean, aside from the whole disease-carrying vermin thing.
He, didn't approve of a cockroach in the kitchen.
That's strange. Grandpa Stinky never had problems with cockroaches before. Nice headphones. Listening to the game? Or maybe some Black Flag?
No, these are my official museum guard emergency headphones. I gotta wear these so that Mr. Paperweight can tell me where to go in case of a security emergency. Of course, I haven't heard from him in a while. He must be busy up there with that space gorilla guy.
Don't look now, but there's a scandalously clad intergalactic despot running roughshod through your museum.
You mean General Skunkape? He's an A1 buttwad, all right. But what are you gonna do? Mr. Paperweight's rolled out the red carpet for him and his minions.
Don't you think you should alert the authorities?
What? Lose my job?
How's life with Skunk Ape?
Skunk Ape. That's a good one. I'll have to remember that. Not so bad. Aside from the big gorilla over there guarding the door, most of these apes just hang out in the planetarium.
What's with all the apes running around?
Beats me. Mr. Paperweight told me to steer clear of them. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Any idea what that paperweight loser is doing in the planetarium?
Hey, don't be calling Mr. Paperweight a loser. He's a stand-up guy who took me in and gave me a job.
He's not here, you know.
Nah, I got no idea what that loser's up to. Heck, I can't even understand half the things he tells me over the headphones.
It's gonna be important, you know.
Your boss is gathering demonic toys for a nefarious purpose.
Toys, eh? And what do you want me to do about it?
Call the Army, the Navy, the Swiss Guard.
You want me to turn on my boss? Dream on, buddy. This is a pretty cushy job here, and I ain't messing it up over a bunch of demonic toys.
Alright.
See you, Sal.
Careful out there, Sam. This place is cuckoo tonight.
Well, he's a friendly guy at least. Okay, so next thing to do is try out the treasures of the Forgotten Pharaoh. Oh. Okay.
Normally, the code of the freelance policeman frowns on stealing ancient brains, but desperate times call for icky measures. Ew, it's warm and pulsing and wriggly. I don't know whether to be repulsed or use it as a neck massager. It's still got that old brain smell.
I am suddenly curious what a brain would smell like. There is probably a way to find out. I know there are places that serve, like, cow brain at a restaurant.
Please don't touch, play on, or around the Pharaoh's brain. I question the wisdom of this sign.
Probably should have read the sign before we reached there and grabbed the brain.
The seven-sided pyramid of Hikabah was the crowning glory of Kestimpum the Tiny until it collapsed under its staggering weight and unorthodox design. It's dioramas like this that make me appreciate the joys of central air conditioning, collective bargaining, and comfortable headwear. I had no idea ancient Egypt was so madcap.
Did anybody else feel like yodeling during that?
If you're going to putrefy and decompose, you might as well do it in style. Hey, it's me. Give or take 4,000 years and a decent tailor. Ancient Egyptian brain screw. The engravings on this particular brain screw indicate that it was reserved for pharaohs, viziers, or other high-ranking muckety-mucks. Muckety-mucks? The museum's copywriter must have thought no one would read that far. Ooh, pointy and dangerous. Two of my favorite things. Max would love to get his hands on this doohickey. Too bad he doesn't have any hands right now. It's dioramas like this that make me
I thought I was clicking the pyramid. Ah, it's our good buddy, the Sphinx.
Ah, the Sphinx. I can almost smell it. Seriously, it smells like aspen here.
I get it. Oh, there's another phone in here. It probably says the same thing as the other phones, but just in case.
It's too bad Max's mighty psychic brain isn't here. There's all sorts of new phone numbers on this courtesy phone.
Yep, said the same thing. Alright, we got ourselves a brain. Let's go ahead and do the obvious now.
I better reunite Max's body with his brain, or a plausible facsimile, before Sal tosses it into an incinerator.
You don't have to give me that hint, I already am aware. Oop. I accidentally clicked off the window.
Most of the brains I carry around in my jacket are a lot less warm and pulsing. I bet this thing would fire right up if I stuck it in a body.
Well, you're just really spelling it out, aren't you? Also, how often do you carry brains in your pocket?
Maybe this carefully preserved gray matter will get Max's body moving, or at least twitching and drooling unnervingly. Anybody in there?
Torment of Osiris will be laid upon your feet, heretics! The wrath of Anubis!
No, but I get that a lot. I'm Sam.
Oh my! A new body! And it's so energetic!
That's probably one of Max's sugar rushes. You'll just want to ride him out until you get used to him.
Well, I suppose you want some sort of tedious boon in return for rescuing our spirit from the shadowy realms, yes?
Well, if it's not too much trouble, Your Majesty, I could use some help retrieving Max's brain from a couple of world-conquering Nimrods.
I believe we can aid you in your quest, but where will my brain go after we've restored this Max?
Well, if everything goes as planned, I suppose you can take your pick between an ethnic sorcerer and a superpowered space gorilla.
A gorilla? That does sound promising. Very well, we shall grant your boon. It shouldn't be too much trouble with all these toys of the gods secreted in this fuzzy little body.
Toys of the gods? Do you have the gift?
Is that what they're calling it these days? My people always called it the Curse of Horus. Ungrateful wretches.
Neat. If you've got creepy brain powers, this rescue's gonna be a walk in the park. Ready to roll?
Lead on, barbarian.
Cool. We got a psychic thing now. We should probably tell Sal that he doesn't need to burn Max's body now.
Hey, Sal.
Hey, see you got your pal up and about.
Kneel before your Pharaoh, peasant.
He's still a little punchy. What's with all the apes running around?
Beats me. Mr. Paperweight told me to steer clear of it. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Your lack of independent thought pleases us.
Right back at you, little guy.
Okay, I was wondering why the options were lit up again.
Your loyalty is commendable, Serf.
I think you should apologize for threatening to incinerate my obviously alive buddy here.
No offense, pal. I was just following orders.
Ooh, we love it when servants say that.
See you, Sal.
Careful out there, Sam. This place is cuckoo tonight.
Well, after we take care of Paperweight, Sal might have a possible new job for the Pharaoh. With the Pharaoh, I should say.
Your Highness?
Yes,
How'd a kid like you get to become Pharaoh? Did your daddy Pharaoh die when you were young?
oh no, our dad was a sandal maker. We became Pharaoh after we stumbled upon the toys of the gods while stealing coins from a tomb. The toys awakened latent abilities within us, granting us the power to cast the royal family into the Nile and reshape the entire kingdom in our now divine image.
Now there's a heartwarming rags to riches story.
Why do you keep talking... I was about to say third person, but it's more like the third people.
If the toys made you so powerful, how'd you end up as a pickled brain in a jar?
During our reign, there were always a few troublemakers who, impervious to our divine powers, rebelled against our benevolent but firm dictates. We suspect one of them finally snuck past our defenses.
Beer Force and Maddie are both saying it's the royal we. Or royal plural. It's kind of weird.
Hold any grudges?
Sam, that's all in the past. Even if we did hold an eternal grudge against the mystery assassins who deposed us all those centuries ago, it's not as if we can do anything about it now, right?
Right.
Was you wanting to bet that Paperweight is one of the people who betrayed them?
I'm not sure what I should be doing now.
What do you want us to do about it?
Max usually has some sort of obliquely helpful hint in situations like this.
And that's how you go about solving crimes?
I know. Freaky, isn't it? Any ideas?
I'm certain these gloomy halls have more tales to tell. Let us plumb their crannies.
That should be easy. My first gig out of high school was cranny plumbing. I got nothing.
Perhaps the essence thief may be of use.
You mean the rhinoplasty toy?
I mean the essence thief.
Well, it's a good thing you specified. I suppose we do have that toy now, don't we?
I've got to find a way past Cosmic Gorilla Guy and Dr. Strange Accent.
Early in our reign, we found out that a minor vizier and a captain of the guard were conspiring against us. We could have wiped them out with a thought, but it amused us to turn them against each other instead.
So, Your Highness, impressed by the 21st century yet?
Oh, most definitely. Though we do feel a bit out of our element.
Don't worry. Once we teach you a few crude gestures and get rid of the whole talking in the plural thing, you'll fit right in.
Well, also there's the fact that they are a rabbit now.
After all this is over, we'll all head to Broadway and take in a show.
Oh, bread and circuses! Are there gladiator fights?
Actually, it's mostly a bunch of people dressed up as cats singing about wanting to break loose, and then a chandelier falls on them. How'd your brain stay alive all these years, anyway?
Before our death, we left strict instructions with our viziers to pickle our brain in a special solution of crocodile tears and ground ibis beaks.
And that kept your brain alive?
Don't be ridiculous. It was our special gift that kept our brain alive. Duh.
Makes sense.
Let's roll.
Aha! We shall roll like a wheel, yes?
You sure know your obscure cultural references, Your Majesty.
Roll! Roll onward!
Oh, yeah, roll onward indeed.
That fellow reminds me of my great-granduncle Eustachius.
No response to that, Pharaoh? Alright. Do you have anything to say about the thing over here? Because it's kind of probably important.
It's too bad they aren't green. I hear those are the friendly ones.
I get it! Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this psychic stuff.
The arrow of power. But where is the disc of madness? Or the orb of unending bounciness?
We haven't found them yet. But here, take a gander at this.
Ah, the wondrous essence thief! How well I remember disguising myself as a palm front to observe the forbidden rituals at the Temple of Adolescence.
You tyrannical scamp.
At last we get more use of this power. We haven't seen this power since looking at the future and turning Max into a potted plant. Hopefully there's some better things we can turn into. So let's try out all this fun stuff, shall we?
Hey! Ouch! My thorax! My beautiful thorax!
Ouch. Who'd want to pummel a nice bug guy like Sal?
Don't know. That is kind of mean, isn't it?
Hey, Max, check this out. It turns out that Lady Godiva was a dude.
Ooh, icky.
Well, either I managed to return Max's brain to his body in the future, or you're destined to learn a killer Max impression.
Let's move on.
Oh, the subhumanity.
Why will you say that?
Since we're in a museum, I assume it'll be some sort of obscure historical reference.
We need to position ourselves better. Alright, big guy, what's your future?
What in the name of Gorgar?
In my experience, it's rarely a good idea to poke a space gorilla in the eyes.
That's what lackeys are for, Sam.
So Sal poked him in the eyes then? What about the thing up here? We are, in fact, in a position where we could see it from here. but it has no future. Alright. Well, back to the phone booths then. Let's start with the one near the front.
It says it's an information.
Not that, this.
Hey, Your Majesty, check out these spiffy phone numbers.
Phone numbers? Ah, hieroglyphics to activate the translocation toy. We always wondered how that device worked.
It probably would have helped if the ancient astronauts who taught you how to build pyramids had left behind a few telephones. Say, one of those phone numbers is brand new.
How convenient. Just in case, I shall go ahead and check out the other two phones, because they might have something new as well. Oh boy, all sorts of possibilities are open to us right now.
Too bad these things don't get outside lines. I could really go for some all-night alugabi right now.
Okay, not that one.
Too bad these things don't get outside lines. I could really go for some all-night alugabi right now.
By the way, this is where your brain was stored.
It's still got that old brain smell.
Don't care. How about the thing over here?
Hey, it's me. Give or take 4,000 years and a decent tailor.
More like 4,000 sit-ups.
Anything in here have a future? Well, Max. Or Sam. But aside from Sam, that's about it. Interesting visions. Alright, so what are we gonna want to try here then? We got the phone. What are our phone possibilities? The upper level? Oh. We can try different phones in this building, I guess. Okay. So I guess it was sort of worth checking all those phones. Oh, we can make our way into the office of this place. So we don't actually have to deal with that tentacle thing.
So this is Paperweight's office.
What a dump!
Someone's coming.
Why have you left the planetarium?
That intergalactic bully is driving me bananas, and his minions are a threat to my beautiful museum. Can't you do something?
Get a grip on yourself, man. Can't you see our long struggle to gather the toys is almost over?
You think I don't know that? I've been dreaming of this second chance for decades.
Then stop whining and get back in there.
Yes, sir, Dr. Norrington. Right away, Dr. Norrington.
Norrington.
His imperious attitude puts me in mind of a lute teacher we fed to my crocodiles for correcting my divine embouchure.
You know, Max's patter is a lot less
Violent?
multisyllabic.
Who's here? Seriously, where was the person that was just talking?
Looks like Paperweight subscribes to Obazoth's nonsensical Grimoire Club. Paperweight's quite the reader.
A lowly scribe, then.
Apparently.
Check it out, Your Majesty. An insanely detailed top-down drawing of the city.
What a remarkable illusion of depth.
Oh yeah, you didn't have perspective and vanishing points in your time, did you?
Of course we did! Why, we had a whole chamber full of perspectives, and a headdress adorned with vanishing points, and... Shut up!
This office could use a little tidying up, and a good firm raising.
That probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
That transportation exhibit is bound to be fascinating. We enjoy reveling in the failures of lesser beings.
Should we go there then?
This office could use a little tidying up, and a good firm raising.
Diabolical scrolls.
4 ancient diabolical summoning spells, and 1 pretty good chili recipe. It's locked. What kind of paranoid freak keeps his door locked from the inside?
I locked all my slaves inside my birthday pyramid after they finished building it.
Paperweight's not a slave.
Are you sure?
Not really. Doesn't seem we can do much other movement in here. Is there a future to anything in here?
Future vision.
Is your future different while we're in here?
Talk about a chilling vision of the future.
We are not amused.
Okay. Wonder when that's going to take place. I don't think there's anything else we can do in here. Unless we can do some rhinoplasty on something. But I think I'm going to hold off on that for a minute and... well, a minute or 2 or 3 or 4 while we go ahead and take our last episode break of the stream. So we'll be right back. And when we come back, we're going to rhinoplasty a few things and turn Pharaoh Max into some stuff.